it's always such a racket, and I need my winter jacket, 'cause you make my hometown universe so cold. Just when I think I've had it, read your letters in the attic, and remember how it was before we got old. And hey, sympathy, are you still with me now? It's getting so hard to please you. Well, yeah, 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 yeah. You're only an easy lover when we're underneath the covers, and we're breathing really hard in unison. We complicate each other. You treat me like your brother. Oh, where'd you ever go? It's hard to tell. And hey, sympathy, are you still with me now? It's getting so hard. Oh, sympathy, are you still with me now? It's getting so hard to please you. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, 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 yeah. Just calm down. And it's always such a problem that I don't know how to solve this. Should I complain some more? No, never mind. And hey, sympathy, are you still with me now? It's getting so hard. Oh, sympathy, are you still with me now? It's getting so hard. Oh, sympathy, are you still with me now? It's getting so hard to please you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm Josh. I play bass and sing backup vocal.
I'm Max. I'm a rhythm guitar player and lead vocalist.
Jeremy, I'm the drummer.
I'm Jimmy, and I play lead guitar and backup vocals.
Yeah, Avenue Army started in 2009 when Jimmy and I moved into a place together, and I've been writing songs for a long time, and we've both been playing for a long time. We both grew up listening to lots of different kinds of music, and we realized that when we would jam together, we had really good chemistry. So we originally just started messing around, and I had a bunch of songs in the back burner that I had written because I've been writing for a long time, and we just figured, we thought it was working, and we just decided to push it as far as it can go, and we picked up a couple other guys that we knew from high school and from other places that we met, and we started playing out live.
Yeah, Josh and Jeremy are fairly new additions to the band. How long has it been now?
Just a few months.
A few months.
Okay, I think the first record, it has a lot more of a pop edge to it. A little bit lighter stuff. Some of the songs on there are going to be a little, like they have a little more edge to them, I think. But definitely more of the poppy kind of Weezer starting line kind of feel, like that. And lots of them are relationship themed, and just kind of, I don't want to say cliche, but kind of when you develop as an artist and you kind of look back on stuff that you've written a few years back, and like you said, you keep your newer stuff kind of closer to your heart, and you kind of look. But I mean, you know, they're definitely catchy, and we've had good reception for that album so far. So, you know, it's great.
Yeah, I definitely think the new album is a lot more mature. You know, we definitely you can hear I really think you can hear our influences kind of shine out more in this next one. A lot of the songs on the back or with Words of the Action was Max had written in school. You know, a lot of them were older material. We kind of all just filled in. This one's definitely more.
More of a collective effort.
Yeah, it definitely reflects our styles and
more dynamic.
Mhm.
This past spring break, we went out on tour with Three Pill Morning from Minneapolis, and we started down in Pascagoula, Mississippi, so Jimmy and I could stuff ourselves on seafood.
Still trying to lose that.
Yeah, yeah, and then we went all the way through, you know, Texas, Arizona, Nebraska, Utah, just kind of all over.
Not in that order.
No, it's not. That would be goofy. But South and Southwest, and yeah, I mean, you know, we played a lot of shows, and you know, it was our first tour, so we learned a lot doing that, and we like packed like 3 of everything because we figured we were gonna lose and break stuff. And you know, I mean, we just learned a lot about it being ups and downs, and you know, things not really going your way all the time, but just not to get discouraged, and you know, if you give up, nothing's gonna work out. If you just keep working hard, no matter what, I mean, that's the way to do it. You know, and the 2 of us made it through just fine, but the other 2, maybe not for them. So,
Not these two.
not these 2.
Yeah.
These guys are swell, but the other two guys, not really for them. But it was amazing. You know, we did I think 11 shows. We were out for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Had a great time. So definitely a good learning experience, and we're excited to go again.
Yeah, that was definitely a high point in my music career. You know, it's just there was that realization. You know, we're in Pascagoula, Mississippi. Like, dude, we're on tour. Like, it was just, you know, it was just a great feeling, and really, like he said, we learned a lot. You know, I mean, it was something where we had to, like, from the first show, you know, we had to step our game up. Like, we really, that's where I think how we've advanced is just putting ourselves in a situation that it's like we have an aha moment almost, like, wow, like we really need to, you know, work on it. And since then we've really established our sound, and just been able to get more lively on stage and interact with the crowd, and
it's more of a show as opposed to you know, just playing song and then break and then song and then break. And I mean, you know, it's that's something that we realized on tour when we were watching Three Pill and some of the other bands, and we were just like, wow, like, this is really
Yeah.
good. We have to figure out.
played with
how
some
to do
awesome
this
bands.
right now.
Awesome
Yeah.
bands.
So yeah, it was really good. Helped us out a lot. It's kind of I mean, it's definitely a song about being in a relationship, you know, and it's the idea behind it is kind of you know, being in a relationship that isn't working out, and it's kind of like that point where you kind of fall on your knees and you ask, like, you know, hey, sympathy, like, please just shine your light on me. Are you still with me? Can I get a little bit of understanding? And you know, just kind of being out of words and out of time and just kind of out of desperation is kind of where that's coming from. Yeah, Never Age. That song is a little bit trickier. I mean, you know, I think that when you get into certain parts of your life and you meet people in certain parts of your life, whether it's friends or family or girlfriends, whatever, obviously, I mean, you know, this song is more, instead of being personal experience, it's kind of a story song as opposed to, you know, something that actually happened to me, because, you know, there's that saying, just because it's true doesn't mean it's interesting. So, you know, with this one, it's a little bit more about being, like, completely stagnant in a part of your life, and wanting to improve in a relationship or with somebody that you know, but it's like no matter what you do, nothing ever changes. You never age, you never get any older, you never mature, and you're just kind of completely stuck where you're at. You know, so I mean, it's definitely another relationship theme song, but it's a little, I mean, this is off the new album, So it's it's a little bit darker than Hey Sympathy is. Definitely has a little bit more of a funk blues undertone into it, and then the chorus is kind of a hard hitter. But yeah, I mean it's definitely a little bit more of a darker song, I'd say, than Hey Sympathy is. But I think that a near goal, obviously, to just build our foundation. We just set up a merch store a couple months ago, so that's rolling now. We have a little bit more funding. We're having better album sales, just things, promotion. We have management now, so it's that kind of stuff, which are being met, but you know how it goes. Sometimes it has to snowball on itself, and it's kind of slow moving sometimes. So I mean, definitely getting our ducks in order that way, and then putting this album out in the next 5 months, and then getting back on the road. And on a good solid tour with some good solid bands would definitely be a goal in the next 2 years. Hard to say about 5 years. I'd like to have a record deal. Love that. I'd love to be, all over television and all over the radio, and I mean, it's always been funny to me when people have talked about like selling out, and things like that. And I mean, basically, how I've always seen that is getting paid a lot of money to do something that I really love doing. So it's kind of like I don't see a problem with that at all. So things like record deals are awesome, and we'd love to do that. But I mean, just getting paid to do what we love to do is great. But yeah, we want to push it as far as we can possibly go. I know that's how I've always been since I was a toddler. I always knew what I wanted to do. That's how he's always been. That's how Jimmy's always been. That's how Josh has always been. He's very much, I mean, every one of us has worked really hard, and definitely in the next 5 years, I mean, we're looking.
I think another tour is definitely the next big move we'll make, other than the album. That's been a work in progress. But yeah, going on tour is just I can't express the feeling just to be in a foreign place with foreign people with a foreign accent. Just watching you, and playing for people and eating.
Yeah.
The food down south is amazing.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Yeah, well, and also, I mean, Minneapolis, St. Paul's a great town for music, but it's hard to win over because there's so many different people doing so many different styles of music. So we're looking, and something I forgot to mention is we're looking to get on some good local shows as well. But a lot of Minneapolis is either metal or hard rock or hip hop. And I think we don't really fall into either one of those categories. So it's a little bit more tricky. That's why I think places like the East Coast, there's a big scene for alternative pop rock and kind of. And I mean, I don't know when our next album comes out, it's a little bit different sound that might change up a little bit, but definitely to push the local scene here and try to win some people over. But tours is huge. So.
There's I remember the first shows we played. I grew up performing. I've been taking piano lessons, doing recitals. I've just always been playing for people, and there's something about that first show that my hands didn't even work, and I'm just light years beyond that, just I've learned to harness that fear almost and really just kind of let it fuel the fire, for lack of a better term. But yeah, it's yeah, I think that too. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
That was good.
That was very good.
Yeah. Solid. We're all over the place. You can Google search us. All kinds of stuff comes up. We're on Facebook. You can just put Avenue Army in there. Go facebook.com/Avenue
And
Army.
theavenuearmy.com actually is up and running now.
Yep, theavenuearmy.com is our official site. You can get links to all of our stuff there.
We got a music video you can check out on YouTube. It's Time Hates Both of Us. Check
which
that out.
is one of the singles off the first album.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, we just want to reach as many people as we can. And we have an album. This next album is going to be called On the Level. And when it gets closer to being finished, we'll start blasting that out. So go to the site, theavenuearmy.com. join our mailing list, and we want to get everybody to be soldiers in the Avenue Army.
Then she said